What's going on, guys, and welcome to NHL 2009. We're going to do a one-year Dynasty sim with the Washington Capitals. I thought it would be fun. They have a super fun roster, including players like, you're going to see it on the first line, Sergei Fedorov at an 88 overall. Now, I don't believe they had the potential system in NHL 2008. I don't remember that potential system there. So as you can see, Nicholas Backstrom here has 1 year of NHL experience under his belt. He has an A for offensive potential, an A- for defense, and a B for athleticism. So he's going to be a hell of a player, and he is. I got the Backstrom jersey on. Stanley Cup champion Nicholas Backstrom. Now I moved him down to the second line. I might think about getting some help for this line if we want to go deep in the postseason. But Sergei Fedorov, I have to play him with Ovi. It's the Russian connect. I just have to do it. Stop asking questions. And then we got Alexander Semin. So we have a complete Russian first line. That's awesome. Viktor Kozlov, another Russian. So we got quite a few. We got a Swede. We got an American. Do we have any Canadians? Brooks Lake, another Swede. Boyd Gordon's Canadians. We got a few. Defensively, Shane Morrison with 2 N's. No idea who that guy is. A 22-year-old Mike Green with the very Panic at the Disco kind of haircut. I chime in with haven't you people ever heard of closing the damn door? No. Tom Pody. We got this guy who I have no idea who he is, but he kind of looks like Chara in a weird way, doesn't he? Maybe you are a different version of Zdeno Chara, just like 5.5 inches shorter. And in the cage, we got Jose Theodore. Okay, and then Brent Johnson. Good guy. Good name. I'm thinking about maybe getting some help for the second line to play alongside of Nicholas Backstrom, but looks like the slow sim has not changed at all. Like, it's just so awful. It's absolutely awful. Just the worst slow sim ever. And we lose to the Atlanta Thrashers. Back when players got experience points. So the last time we did this, we were the Philadelphia Flyers in NHL 2008, and we put up some numbers. Simon Gagne had 115 points. It was wild. It was awesome. So I'm thinking that we should see some big point totals here, but we're 2-5-0, so not that great at all. Hopefully we can step it up here, but I noticed the simulation is a lot quicker from NHL 2008. So from 8 to 9, the simulation is already miles ahead, which is awesome. So it looks like trading players is the same from 08 to 09. I would like to make a trade here for Maxim Afinogenov, another Russian, but I mean, I don't know what the trade value is. I don't know how they thought this was okay, or how we thought this was okay. Like, how do you judge what's a fair trade? Like, is this a fair trade? A second and a young Eric Fair? Like, I don't know. Will this go through? Sure, apparently that trade goes through. So we got another Russian. I like it. That's our one piece to help out Backstrom on the second line. Sure, that works. So 5 of our top 6 skaters are Russian. I wouldn't mind getting a better defenseman as well. So I might go ahead and just do that before we get too far in here, because it doesn't look like we're doing that great. We're 5-8-0. Let's go acquire a really good Russian defenseman. And I do have someone in mind, one of the highest rated players in NHL 08, and that is Sergei Zubov. All right, let's go ahead and acquire him. Now, what's it going to take to get an old guy? Like, let's just see. Will a third get it done? Trade has been rejected. Okay, what about a second? Do I have a second? And you can only trade picks from this year. Wow, this game was weird. Oh, I see. So we need to shed $2 million more before I can even think about taking this guy. We don't have a lot of cap either, which is kind of weird. Let me go ahead and see. Michael Nylander, do I want to give him up? No. So I got to work around the cap a little bit. Will this go through? We shed a little bit of cap. Plus we get a first. There you go. I had to put my GM skills to the test there. So we got Sergei Zubov. That is another nice Russian piece for our squad. We are the Washington Russians right now. The Washington Russians. Sergei Zubov and Mike Green. Oh man, okay, so we made some trades. Let's just get a bunch of simulation done. Let's see where we end up. Let's have a look at some point totals around the NHL. And we're 1-0 since making our blockbuster moves. We're 2-0. Oh man, we're gonna go on a streak. Oh, no, I jinxed it. Let's have a look at the Washington Russians. Let's see if they ended up making the All-Star team. So Ovi is an All-Star, no doubt. How about Alexander Semin? No, we got another one, Ilya Kovalchuk. I would love to trade for him, but since you can only trade like picks for this year, kind of makes it hard to trade for the future. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Simone Gagne, there you go. Brian Gionta, there you go. Alexander Semin, he is an All-Star. That's awesome. Marcus Naslund on the Rangers. Ew. Zdeno Chara, Sergei Gonchar. So that's all of us. I think it's just the two, unless Jose Theodore is. What? Oh, that's right. This was that. So every year back in the day, I don't know if they do it anymore, but the Dynasty mode or franchise mode or whatever, they got like a special player. And usually it's a kid who is either like terminally ill or something like that. And this is one of the girls that actually got to be in the game. There was a few other ones. There was like Rio Yasin, I think was a name off the top of my head. There was like usually something else. It's like a hidden player that's in the game. I don't know why she's in Dynasty mode. It should just be in like the roster screen, but apparently she's in the game. I don't know if I turned that on like on accident or just trying to look at who she plays for. So she plays for the Islanders. I don't know if that's usually in franchise mode or not, but there it is. And somehow Edmonton got Corey Schneider. I don't know how that works. There must have been a big trade. I don't know how that happened. I wish they showed some sort of like thing, but let's see who was traded. Should be a pretty big trade though. So I don't see anyone from Edmonton here. Maybe it was just for picks. Super weird. I don't know what's going on in this franchise mode. I have no idea. Oh, apparently trade offers are a thing. Okay, we didn't get a single trade offer in NHL 08, and look at this. Sure, I'll take that trade. I don't know who's in it, but there you go. Accepted. Love it. Best trade ever. Another one. Oh man, best trade deadline ever. Absolutely. Keep on coming. Love the trades. Brian Boucher, no thank you. Freddie Brathwaite, no. All these old ass goalies. I don't want them. So trade deadline coming up. Apparently Vancouver wanted Freddie Brathwaite. Colton Orr, just a tough guy. So Minnesota and the Rangers pulled off a big deal. They sent Korpikoski, Nikolai Zherdev, and P.A. Parento and Andrew Brunette in exchange for Pierre-Marc Bouchard, John Scott. That's a big move. So lots of moving pieces going on there. And then New York sent down John Scott. What do you mean? That's a first liner. So it looks like we are very much on the outside looking in. 84 points going up against Florida with the last game in the regular season, and we do win 5-4, but a lot of losses. We struggled a lot. But it looks like in back-to-back episodes of doing this, we have won the Art Ross both times. Ovechkin has 111 points, and in the last episode, I think it was Simone Gagne, or it was Danny Briere, had like 115 points or something crazy. So on our team, Alex Ovechkin absolutely killed it. 57 goals, 111 points. Alexander Semin, okay, up to an 85 overall. He had 37 goals and 98 points. Sergei Fedorov, the old man, still stuck at an 88 overall, and he got 82 points, point per game. Then it really drops off after that. It looks like our big acquisition of Sergei Zubov wasn't super helpful. 35 points, not that bad. Tom Pody, the GOAT. Victor Kozlov did pretty good. Mike Green had a pretty solid year, and we'll check out the entire NHL just for fun. Looks like Brent Johnson got 3 games but just didn't really do anything, but Jose Theodore played all 82 games. Okay, sure. Maybe I have to turn on goalie rotation. Maybe I forgot to do that. Well, Jose Theodore, you got your workload in. 36 and 46, not super great. So J.S. Jaguar, Vesa Toskala, Marc-Andre Fleury, Kipper, Nabokov. Who else we got here? Rookie skaters. Who's taking home the Calder? And it's Kyle Okposo from Montreal. I assume there had to have been a trade. I don't know what the trade would have been, but Kyle Okposo is now a member of the Montreal Canadiens. I don't know what went over the other way, but that's a thing. Leading the NHL in goal scoring, a couple of Russians, 1 and 1, I guess, actually, 57 goals each. Aginla with 54, Gabrick with 50, so 4 50 goal scorers, only 2 100-point scorers, and they're both Russian. Number 3, almost 100 points, and Kristen Huselius. What? Okay, apparently he's pretty good. 97 points. Gabrick, Getzlaff, Billy Guerin with 93. That's shocking. We got Corey Perry, Jason Arnott. So a bunch of 90-point plus players here. How many players had over point per game? Quite a few, actually. Quite a few. There was 26 players had over a point per game. It's pretty good numbers. Matt Sundin, 39 goals. I know for the Leafs fans out there. The year that they draft John Tavares, the New York Islanders win the Stanley Cup? What? Okay. And as that happened, a absolute blockbuster trade just happened. A second, a fifth, a first, Jerome McGinley and Mark Savard, all being packaged in one big deal. That's crazy. So the Bruins get a player they'll get in the future, and the Flames get a player they got rid of in the past. Super weird. That's huge. They traded for one of the best players in the entire game. 95 overall. What was Mark Savard rated? Damn, that's crazy. Mark Savard had to be, what, like 90 maybe? He is... Let's look at that roster now. Kessel, Chara, Iggy, Bergeron. Oh my god. And then going over to Calgary, he's what? He's 86 overall. So I guess there was some picks involved, but that's huge. That's a ginormous trade. So the Islanders win the cup. The Bruins get a Ginla earlier on. Kind of a crazy time. Unfortunately, we didn't really do anything crazy. We'll do one quick draft here just to see if the drafting's any better than what it was last year. I remember in 08 it was kind of boring. So here's all the retirements. Yeah, that's fine. Billy Guerin goes out on top with a Stanley Cup. The more I look at it, the more I remember this drafting system, though. Green meant it was like pretty accurate. Yellow was like meh, and then green was super accurate. So offensively, let's just take the best guy listed in the 3rd or the 4th round, and he is what? He was 65 overall. So yeah, this drafting system is really, really weird. I'm not a big fan. I don't know how it survived that long. It is very quick, though. It's basically instant. So at the end there, that kind of got a little bit crazy. Iggy got traded, Mark Savard got dealt, and the Islanders won the cup. Who the hell saw that coming? So I'll see you guys next time when we hop into NHL 10. That is the best franchise mode in my opinion because it introduces the BlackBerry where you get to have trade calls pop up. So stay tuned for that. I'm pumped to get into some NHL 10. NHL 10 is one of my top 3 NHL games. I love that game to death. I keep saying that about every single one, but my love for NHL keeps getting better and better and better as the years goes on. So NHL 10 was awesome. Let's hop into that next. Thanks for watching. The Islanders won the cup and Mark Savard is on the Calgary Flames. I don't know what to believe anymore.